Now on CoastTV News.
Special Election Day, the year-long drama in Delaware's State House District 20 is nearing its conclusion. What you need to know this morning as voters head to the polls. Lewis leader named after a controversial resignation at the city's fire department. We look at the new chief and the experience he brings to the role.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Lisa Weber and welcome to Coast TV News Midday. Our top story this morning, we are looking at the culmination of a story that began on January 14th. That is the date the 153rd Delaware General Assembly first convened, and that was when the day the District 20 Democratic Representative Stell Parker Selby began her year-long absence at Legislative Hall. Parker Selby resigned her seat in June, and today is a special election to determine who will serve the remainder of that term. Republican Nikki Miller and Democrat Alonna Berry have strong education backgrounds. Listen to what they said last week on Delaware's school funding formula and the next steps.
We are hurting our most at-risk kids by paying the teachers less to teach them. And then you have high turnovers because the teachers can drive a few more miles and make more money doing the same thing.
We're operating in a funding formula that is not meeting the needs of our students and our teachers and our parents today. We have got to figure out how to completely restructure the way that we fund our schools.
Republican Nikki Miller is a longtime educator and former Cape Henlopen High School principal. Democrat Alonna Berry founded the Brian Allen Stevenson School of Excellence. That's a free public charter school in Georgetown. Berry also worked on policy and budget issues under former Delaware Governor John Carney. According to the Delaware Department of Elections, polls are open now until 8 p.m. There are 8 different polling locations in that district. On your screen right now is a map of District 20. That is the area we are talking about. It covers Milton, parts of Lewis, Harbison, and Georgetown. It is home to approximately 23,000 registered voters. And you can see those polling locations on your screen right now. They include Milton Elementary School, Mariner Middle School, H.O. Brittingham, Sussex Consortium, also Frederick Thomas Middle School, The Crossing, Lewis Public Library, and Lewis Elementary School. The Delaware Department of Elections released the numbers after the 10 days of early voting in the District 20 special election. According to officials, about 29% of registered voters in the 20th district already voted. That means over 6,600 people have gone to the polls. At the Lewis Elementary location, just over 3,000 people voted. In Milton at Mariner Middle School, just over 2,900 people voted. And we are told by the Delaware Department of Elections that results will be posted around 9:30 tonight. We are now taking a live look outside at Milford. Not a lot of sun outside. Our first meteorologist, Bob Trey, he is going to be joining us. Bob, it's looking like a gloomy Tuesday outside.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Elise. It does look really gloomy out there right now as we're looking at a lot of clouds on the visible satellite. Even had some spits of rain across Sussex County and other parts of Delmarva this morning, but nothing in the way of steady rain as we're looking at a lot of low to mid-level clouds. There are some showers back into Virginia, but as they start to make their way or close to the Chesapeake Bay, they're drying up. We still have some dry air to overcome, but some of these showers could work their way in as we go into the afternoon. But all in all, I think things are looking pretty quiet with high pressure overhead. And we're looking at temperatures slowly warming through the 70s, mid to upper 70s right now. That cloud cover keeping the temperatures down. 76 in Ocean City, Bethany Beach 76, in Gumboro 78 degrees. Right now the winds for the most part are calm and even light down in Ocean City and out in the ocean, so nice and smooth water for the anglers today. We're looking at that chance of showers as we go into the afternoon hours. Just grab the umbrella just in case. Not expecting a lot in the way of heavy rain, but those showers could be around as we go into the evening hours. And if you're in the Ocean City area for the White Marlin Open, looking at temperatures in the mid-70s, could see some spits of rain as we go into the afternoon and evening hours. Otherwise, just lots of clouds. That'll be the theme the next few days as temperatures do come down a little bit, and the weekend forecast looking a little interesting. I'll tell you why coming up a little bit later in the newscast.
Thank you, Bob. The Maryland Department of the Environment is warning locals about smoke moving towards the state. Officials say it's coming from Canada and could result in hazy skies and air quality concerns. The agency says smoke levels are expected to stay within a moderate range today, but could increase later this week. According to the agency, people sensitive to air pollution should limit time outdoors. And strong rip currents continue to rage up and down Delmarva's coast. The National Weather Service says there's a moderate risk of life-threatening currents for Sussex County, but there's a high risk for Worcester County down to Accomack County. And this has certainly kept beach patrols busy. Captain Jeff Giles with the Rehoboth Beach Patrol says, if you're going to go in the water, be near a lifeguard and know your limitations.
You can be a really good swimmer, but these rip currents are no joke. They can take a life and they can pull you out and you'll be well over your head. And if there's any panic in the situation, you can be in trouble.
Giles says the Beach Patrol is also advising people to only go in waist down. And if you do get in a rip current, swim parallel to the shoreline and try to get a lifeguard's attention. The Ocean City Police Department says it is investigating a theft that happened around 6:45 p.m. on Sunday, August 4th at a restaurant near 11th Street and Atlantic Avenue. Police say the two suspects walked out of a business using two separate exits. Authorities released these images. According to police, the female suspect was last seen wearing a green tank top, jean shorts, and black sneakers. The male suspect was seen wearing a light blue shirt, dark-colored shorts, and black sneakers. Police are asking anyone with information to contact the department immediately. New this morning, Delaware State Police say a two-vehicle crash on John J. Williams Highway near Lexington Avenue sent one woman to the hospital Monday night. Troopers say a 25-year-old woman from Millsboro was driving a Dodge Journey and hit the back of a Ford F-150 driven by a 63-year-old man from Pennsylvania. State police say the woman was taken to an area hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. She was cited for following too closely. The driver of that F-150 was not hurt in the crash. In Lewis, a new fire chief has officially been named following Monday night's election. Robert Stevens, who is serving as interim fire chief, will now officially assume that role. Stevens has been a member of the department for 18 years and has held multiple positions within the company, including assistant fire chief. Stevens also works for the Wilmington Fire Department as a firefighter on Squad 4. And for full disclosure, Chief Robert Stevens is the husband of CoastTV's assistant news director and anchor Madeline Overturf. Progress is underway on what's expected to become the world's largest artificial reef. You may remember the ship visited our coast earlier this year. Now it's in Mobile, Alabama, and crews have removed the massive 65-foot forward funnel from the SS United States. It's part of preparations to transform the 990-foot ship into an artificial reef off of the Gulf Coast. The sinking of the SS United States will take place about 20 nautical miles off of the coast at a depth of 180 feet. They are preserving that forward funnel for a future land-based museum. Coming up after the break, push to improve housing options. We'll tell you about efforts in Milton to bring more affordable and workforce housing to the area. In Milton, officials continue to debate solutions to increase affordable or workforce housing. At Monday night's town council meeting, the Planning and Zoning Committee's final report on this type of housing was received. And here's what one member of the town council said about what the next step in this process looks like.
The ad hoc committee presented everything to the town council. Town council in turn said, okay, let's get our planning commission to take a look at that and see, are these recommendations viable? And that is what came before the council today, was the Planning Commission's final report on those recommendations.
It is not clear yet how those housing recommendations are used by the town council. Delawareans making a difference in their communities now have a chance for recognition by the state's highest office. Governor Matt Meyer has officially opened nominations for the Governor's Awards. According to his office, these are a series of honors designed to celebrate individuals who serve, leadership, or contributions have improved the first state. Nominations are accepted year-round through an online form.
Here's a live look into Cambridge on the FH FairCam. Lots of clouds, maybe a few sprinkles, and temperatures a little cooler in the 70s, and that's where a lot of us will stay today, with lots of clouds the next few days. Temperatures coming up a little bit, and so we'll an uptick in humidity, and the weekend's looking dry but interesting. I'll tell you why coming up. Congratulations to Jerry Ziegel of Berlin, Maryland, on winning a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and CoastTV. Your full forecast coming up after the break. The Sunshine we've seen in recent days has been replaced by overcast skies, and you can see the gray skies on our gutter helmet cam right now. 77, calm winds. You can see the bay is essentially glass right now, as we'll see cloudy skies into the afternoon and temperatures only into the mid to upper 70s. Our storyline is lots of clouds as we go through the early part of the week. It's going to be warm, but not as warm as it would be if we had sunshine. And with an uptick in humidity and a few showers, we're seeing those now. And then later in the week, still cloudy. Humidity returns. It will be warm but humid with a few showers at that time. And of course, we know about the big White Marlin Open going on now down in Ocean City. If you're down there the next several days, make sure you have an umbrella. We could see some showers from time to time, but upper 70s today right into the upcoming weekend. I think Thursday becomes a little breezier to windy with building swells as we go into your Thursday. So keep that in mind. Temperatures now mid to upper 70s, 78 in Seaford, 78 in Millsboro, Ocean City 76. That's also the same temperature from Bethany Beach up to Rehoboth. Milton 77. We've got a light northeast breeze right now, so not too choppy out there. That's good for the anglers for sure. We are seeing some showers popping up, however, across Sussex County now. Hard to tell just exactly how heavy they are as they're battling out a lot of dry air. Georgetown to Seaford, some showers. Delmarva, Gumboro, back through Salisbury. Down to Princess Anne, you're seeing some showers too. And then down near Crisfield, that's where we're seeing a few of those showers. So make sure you have the umbrella this afternoon. Heavy rain across Virginia. Now, a lot of this is drying up as it heads our way, as we're seeing high pressure, one area of high pressure to our west, and then we'll see another one strengthening to the north, and then that will ridge down the east coast and dry us out a little more during the week ahead. Meantime, it's heavy rain across South Carolina, and we're watching this front right here, where we could be looking at tropical development perhaps the next few days. In fact, the National Hurricane Center has a moderate risk. You can see the orange blob here off the southeast coast. In the next 7 days, we have a 40% chance of that system developing and maybe getting close to us this weekend, as Futurecast is showing a lot of clouds at the noon hour. If we do see some bright spots, lower 80s inland, but many of the beach areas into the mid to upper 70s, and still that chance of a few showers into the evening hours. Overnight, mostly cloudy skies, and as we go into your Wednesday morning, we're looking at 60s and 70s as an onshore flow will keep the beach weather a little unsettled with 70s there. And then in the afternoon hours, we're into the 70s, and we can't rule out still a few showers at that time, as the winds are relatively light, I think, the next 24 hours. But tomorrow they start to rev up a little bit, gusting close to 20 miles per hour at the coast. And of course, that will kick up the seas as well. And by Thursday afternoon, gusts to about 25, but even stronger open the open waters. Now we're looking at future smoke, and we're still seeing some areas of smoke aloft. It's hard to tell with the clouds, but if you suffer from health issues, we're still going to see these areas of smoke, I think, through the next few days. And the muggy meter showing us in the muggy to humid range in the next several days. And we're watching a system to the south. Will it have tropical characteristics? Hard to tell, but it could push some showers in here Saturday. As of now, it looks like the center of the system moves to our south and east, leaving us dry. But if it wiggles a little bit farther to the west, then, well, we could be in more rain and wind. We'll have to see about that. 82 in Harrington and Milford today, 81 in Millsboro, clouds, a few showers, 80 in Cambridge and Federalsburg, and then farther south and east, Princess Anne 80, 78 in Ocean City, and 78 in Chincoteague. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, lower 80s right through Thursday, more clouds Wednesday, breezier on Thursday, Friday partly cloudy, 79. As of now, I'm keeping the weekend dry, but that could change with that coastal system. 80 Saturday, 84 Sunday, and more showers on Monday and a high of 87. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Day 2 of the White Marlin Open is underway, and there is a $7.3 million estimated prize for this year. We're going to take a look at the leadership board, sponsored by Ruby Marine. Right now in first place in the Blue Marlin category is Barbara B., weighing 929.5 pounds. In first for tuna is the C- student at 52.5 pounds, and second is Bow Down, also at 52.5. And in first place for the dolphin category, this is Mahi Mahi. That's the Barbara B. boat at 32.5 pounds. And at this time, there are no qualifying fish for the white marlin, wahoo, and swordfish categories.
White Marlin Open leaderboard coverage is sponsored by RudyMarine.com, where family boating begins.
Happening today, police agencies are preparing to connect with the communities they serve. National Night Out is happening across Delmarva. These events are set to include food, games, and fun. And here are a few locations taking place tonight. At George H.P. Smith Park in Lewis from 5 to 8 p.m. At Richard Allen School in Georgetown from 6 to 8 p.m. At Salisbury City Park from 5 to 8 p.m. and at Northside Park in Ocean City at 5:30. Milton will host its event on Wednesday at Memorial Park at 5 o'clock. Coming up tonight on DSN at 7 o'clock, live Shorebirds baseball as they take on the Fayetteville Woodpeckers, and then you can catch the final score at 10:30.
Seeing lots of clouds right now in Laurel on the Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam, and a few showers as we go into the afternoon. Lots of clouds the next few days, cooler temperatures and an uptick in the humidity. Call the CoastTV First Alert weather phone. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead, Mandalis, Federico. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next. Stay tuned. We'll see mainly cloudy skies into the afternoon hours, and make sure you have an umbrella. We are seeing some showers across Delmarva. Nothing especially heavy, but probably do need that raincoat and umbrella. Day part forecast has us cloudy throughout the afternoon with upper 70s, light winds, and we're going to be seeing a lot of clouds the next several days. Here's a Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Lower 80s through Thursday. Temperatures do start trending downward a bit. 79 Friday as the humidity comes up. Question mark for the weekend. We're tracking a storm to the south. Right now it looks like it's going to miss us. We'll continue to watch it. 80 Saturday, 84 Sunday, then warm and muggy next week. 87 with showers Monday, then lower 90s after that. Some storms Tuesday and Wednesday.
Thank you, Bob, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News Midday. And for more news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Don't forget to join us for Coast TV News at 5 later this afternoon. Have a great day.